Hey, welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tells Podcast. I'm your host, Rod. Joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we are live on a Sunday morning, ready to do some podcasting. Football Sunday, a preseason NBA basketball Sunday. We're officially going to a Hornets game later on. Very excited about that.
Me too.
The official weapon of the show is
folding chair,
and the unofficial sport,
bullet ball.
And bullet ball, extreme. Do you have any banter? Do you have any banter? Do you have any answer? Do you have any banter? Talk to me. Do you have any banter? Oh yeah, someone brought up in the chat, and it's WNBA playoffs, and the Aces on the verge of elimination. All right, Karen, hit me with that banter.
Yes, I want to hit y'all up with some banter.
Why you start reading it like the church announcements?
Govern yourselves accordingly. Announcements have been made. Thank you, Pastor. Child, I know how to pull that one out. I had went to go see my mama, my aunt who raised me, my mama, and because her birthday was on the 3rd, and so I didn't get to go see her, but I did call her. So I swung by there, and since she's much older, sometimes as you get older, your mobility, you're not able to move around as much as you used to. So I had went to go use a bathroom, and Chad, I went in there. It was some contraption on the bath on the toilet, and I was like, "What is this?" So it was like a seat on top of the toilet seat, and it had like handlebars and stuff on it, and I was like, this must be for like when you go sometimes as you get older, you don't have the flexibility, and instead of the extra inches that it take you to go down, just easier to get up and down on your own, where you don't have to ask for as much assistance. And I was sitting there going, okay, I guess, because it was like connected to the toilet. So I was like, okay. I sat down to it. Chad, that was the best thing ever. I was like, oh, I get this. I was like, I understand this. This is about like how the people brag about the squat. Was it the squatty potties? Yeah,
that's what they're called.
Yeah, the squatty potties, which I've never used, but
what was so different or good about this?
When you go down to sit, you don't have to go down as much. So when you sit, it's almost like you're not standing up, but when you go down, you don't have to go down as far.
Okay.
So it's not, if you have bad, which I don't, but you have like bad knees or like lower back, you don't have to. It's something about that going down lower. It's like higher, where you almost kind of back up and just sit versus back up, sit, and then kind of go down a little bit lower. Mm. And then they have like handlebars. I don't know. I get myself. I was like, oh, I like this. I started and put it, and I'm short. So for me, it was you sit down and your feet dangle. Shit, my feet dangle on normal toilets. Depend on the height of them, because everybody don't, sometimes they make toilets high and you don't realize. So you sit down and you look, and I'm like, oh, I got about an inch or two because I'm short. But I really like that thing. I was like, Mama, I like that. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or what, but it's a contraption that I didn't even know was a needed thing or people had, and I asked her about it, and she was like, yeah, she was saying that my aunt Debbie got it for it because she realized that it was easier for her to move around on her own, and that people, if something happened and she couldn't get up on her own, didn't have the strength to get up on her own because of her age, she could just do it on her own accord. I was like, oh, this makes more sense.
Let me write this note down so I could tell the thousands of podcast listeners my mama's business in the bathroom, and get on the podcast and let them know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, that sounds like what happened.
I liked it. I just know you put it out, and I wouldn't have known it would exist. It did. I did not know it did not. I did not know this thing existed until this moment. So I'm sharing with y'all the moment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all. I'm with you. You enjoyed the new toilet seat.
I did.
that your mama had and said, let me tell everybody how it happens. I was coming home the other day and I don't remember I said this already, but I know I said on Karen Hunter show. But I was coming home the other day and there was a woman. We live on the black side of town, and there was a woman who was asking for money at the at the light, as it happens often these days. It was a white lady. It's important to the story. And she had a sign like, let me get some money, let me get some money, whatever, cool. And I wasn't paying too much attention, but then she turned around to walk away as the light was about to turn, and she had on a Confederate flag shirt.
Oh,
Like the back of it had the stars and the bars, which is stars, bars, hard R's is what I see. That's
see,
that's what I can't speak for the other Negroes, but I definitely see racism when I see that damn sign. And I put my purse away. I put the wallet goes back into the pocket, because there's no way. And I'm like, I couldn't help but think, like, how much money did she make? Because like, she must have been so confused, like, man, I really have not gotten any donations all day. Like,
right.
one dude with a MAGA truck gave me like $3, but everybody else is just rolling their windows back up. I've seen people put money in their pocket. I've seen people wave money at me and give me the middle finger. It's
and roll past. What's happening,
ma'am? You got to do the research. You got to know your audience.
You need to know the area.
Yeah, like the Confederate flag. Not even Cracker Barrel rocks the Confederate flag,
right? Not even Cracker, and it's in the name, Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, like that was a very it was a head scratching moment. It sounded like I'm assuming if you're having to ask for money at the light, you down on your luck,
right.
It's like she needed a consultant. She needed somebody to pull her to the side and be like, hey, you may have noticed that you're not pulling in what you normally pull in.
It's just want to let you know, you've noticed that your weekly, what you used to is going down, and I'm here to help you. You get your revenue back up.
What was her other options? So she like, I also have a hood sheet with 2 owls, and then I could wear that. No, you might want to.
You know what?
Might not want to do that on this side, on the south side.
Go. You know what? Let's go to the Goodwill and pick anything you want that does not have a Confederate flag on it. Yeah. Anything. No slogans, anything. Just a picture.
She was just that committed to that Southern heritage and pride. She was just like, fuck it. Listen. This is what I do. Okay, I'm a represent. Okay, and if that means
I'm gonna be a rebel, I guess.
If that means I'm not gonna get any money today, then they just need to know how your girl gets down. I don't know what the tactic was, but yeah, I absolutely did not. I did not give her any coins.
I don't blame you. My next banter is, and it's kind of funny, but it's one of these things where sometimes my comedic mind ticks in places where it shouldn't always tick. I was talking to a family member, and you know how you have family members, you love them, but they say things that they think are funny about you that you don't think is funny. Like they might say things that they've been saying for decades. You just kind of go, okay, whatever. But in my mind, when I went to go see my mom, in my mind, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be rude, but I got new material. Like the material that you've got is very outdated, because you keep bringing up the same material, because you ain't did your research in like years. So I would love to get you some new material for these jokes that you think is funny, and I don't. I just want to look at them and go, boo, boo, the crowd does not approve of these jokes. Boo, you need new writers. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's what I want to do sometimes.
I feel like with older family members and stuff, a lot of times they have you stuck in the time capsule. So they, what was funny to them when you were, in high school, middle school, college, whatever, is going to always be you to them. Because not always keeping up with everything new, and they're also not keeping up with new comedy and jokes and stuff like that, new technology. So yeah, I could see how that could go. But yeah, it's most of the time I didn't even find it funny back in the day though. So it's not really a like, oh, now it's not funny. It's like it wasn't really funny then, but but I give them a courtesy laugh if they older family. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I get my courtesy laugh too, but I also want to just be like, can I give you new material?
What material do you want them to have to make jokes?
I actually don't want to give them no
That's
material.
Exactly what I was thinking.
But in my mind, I was like, boo, this is not funny. Like my comedic mind was like, if you were doing stage time, this would not work.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I was thinking the other day, the 1800s was trash because we don't even make salt pork or hardtack anymore.
I try to know why.
Like you can't even find that on menus anywhere. Like if somebody might make them, like,
homemade it.
Like somebody great grandmama or something might be like, oh, I'll put some salt pork in my collard greens or whatever. But in general, you can't go into a restaurant and get no salt pork. Hardtack. I don't even think hardtack. I don't even know what hardtack is. But I definitely have never seen it sold anywhere. I've never seen it in a store. It's not next to the chips.
No, I'm about to say the fuck is tack? Is it chalk? The fuck is it? It's something hard to chew on.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
I mean, salt pork sound self-explanatory.
Yes.
So I can't speak.
Pork is salty anyway.
Yeah, I can't speak to what the fuck like salt pork just sounds like salty pork. Probably just to preserve it.
Right.
I'm looking up hardtack and it looks like dense crackers, like huge hard crackers. Here's a picture of them. Hardtack survival bread. Ain't we lucky we got them?
It's called survival bread. you know what? Shit is real when they was like, we gotta call it something other than survival bread. Everybody just, I know we trying to survive, but damn, we got to give it give it another name.
Temporary layoffs.
Good time.
Yeah, it makes sense that
ain't we lucky we got them. Hardtack.
It makes sense that it's survival bread because the only reason I know about hardtack is from watching Civil War documentaries and stuff, and they be like, the men are down to rations of salt pork and hardtack. Dear Delilah, it is the 37th day on the Western Front or whatever. And so I never thought it was like glorious, but I mean, this is even worse than what
survival bread. And y'all, they are big ass squares. I'm talking about like huge squares.
It looked like a legit brick. It looked like a brick of cracker bread.
Oh my God. You could imagine the police come on the scene. What did they hit it with? They hit it with some hardtack. Damn, another hardtack attack.
I don't even know if you could soak this shit in to make it edible.
It's soft.
Right. Like you gotta boil this bread.
This shit'll turn colors. It's gonna take 15 minutes for the shit to dissolve.
Yeah. Like you got to cook this bread until it's done. Like it's still not done yet.
No, it's not.
It's like I like my hardtack medium well. This is well done. But yeah, those are not times that really resonate.
Right. That's
no one really glorifies that food anymore.
Right. That's why when motherfuckers talk about take it back, bitch, no. Don't nobody want to go back to no goddamn hardtack years.
Yeah. Anything else for yours?
Mm-mm.
All right, I had one more thing, and it was just this morning I woke up and it was like the first overseas NFL game. They always go to like Europe and play like 3 or 4 games, whatever. Mm-hmm. But in order to play those games, they have to start at like 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time in America. So it's like you get breakfast football or whatever.
Yeah, and West Coast, they ain't up yet.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it was time. It always sneaks up on me. I just wake up and watch Sports Center and it's like, oh, and the Jets are down 17 in the first quarter. I'm like, what?
And you know what? When I came in, it was on the NFL network. I thought it was repeat. I thought, oh yeah, Roger watching the game, and I was like, it says live in the corner, Karen. I think this is a live game.
Yeah,
but it's 9 and 10. I don't understand. My brain was like, I don't understand.
But that was a problem I had too, and I blame the NFL. I think the NFL needs to do a better job with these broadcasts because there's nothing really special about them, and that's one of the problems. Is like that's why you think it's a replay.
Yeah.
I think they should go the full like experience for overseas. I think they should bring in different announcers. You know, the different announcers to do the game. Get some soccer announcers or somebody. Get some people with some British English accents. I don't want to see just, you know, the Al Michaels or the regular people on the call. It doesn't feel the same to me.
Right.
I want to feel like I'm taking a trip overseas. I want them to be like, you know, Aaron Rodgers. Like I want to say it different, you know, touchdown, you know.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
And the people over there, I'm pretty sure that they get it in their own language, but you know,
no, they get the broadcast we get, I'm sure, because to America, we're exporting American culture to Europe, so they want the Europeans to experience the Americans. This is American football, but I'm saying I want to experience the opposite. I do want beans for breakfast, Trey. I want to feel like I'm like Mary Poppins. I want to feel like,
and that will make it stand out. I agree, because when you turn the channel and you be like, what accent is that? Oh yeah, it's an overseas game. Versus me looking at it going, is this a replay? What's happening? Did this game happen last week?
I think they should show us the commercials from over there.
I agree.
I don't want American commercials at a time like this. I know what a Hyundai is. I know what, you know, McDonald's is. No, I want it to be like third quarter break is brought to you by Cornish Game Hens. Cornish Game Hens. Whenever you need sustenance, you know, I want.
Yes, this commercial brought to you with black tea. You can drink black tea with your breakfast.
This third quarter timeout is brought to you by Cornwallis's Digestibles.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know, the Goodyear dirigible is hanging overhead, is giving us the aerial view.
Yes, if we're gonna have a full experience, let us have a full experience.
That last replay is brought to you by Oreo Biscuits. Let's go to the Oreo Biscuits replay booth.
Yeah, right.
To take another review of that first down. You know,
confuse us to death because we don't call cookies biscuits.
Right. Yeah, I want that. I want something different. This is not different enough to me.
Right.
You know, I mean, I guess the players have to play in what they play in, but you know, I almost want them to play in rugby clothes. You know,
you know what? I think if they had special overseas uniforms, that right there out of everything would make the biggest difference, because then you can look at the uniforms and go, oh, this ain't no replay. The hell they got on.
Yeah,
and then your brain will actually process.
I want the sideline reporters to be. I want them to be British. You know, I want some people with some like missing teeth. You know, I want them to use our like, and Aaron Rodgers was sacked just like Boris, whatever his name was, that was the president, was sacked by us last year in February, whenever the fuck we do our elections.
Yeah, stop referencing that shit, talking about the parliament and shit, and have us confused as fuck. I don't care.
Yeah, I want them to do it their way, man. But anyway, we just give them the flat out American thing. I don't know what kind of cars they drive, but I'm sure they drive something different over there.
You know they do. They drive. You know they be talking about all their electric cars. You know, let's hear that shit.
They don't have pickup trucks over there or whatever. They probably got
SUVs. Them shits probably can't even fit down their roads.
Right. They're probably like the Merryweather shuttle is.
Come on, Merryweather shuttle.
The Merryweather shuttle 4-wheel drive.
Your 3-speed motorcycle is out there for you.
Brought to you, the opening kickoff brought to you by umbrellas. Don't leave home without them.
No, please don't.
It rains a lot.
Because they're calling for rain today. It's not talking about the castle and shit. Let's go.
All right, let's get into some other stuff on the show. Let me find the other segment music. I guess we should talk about the elections, right? Yeah, we kind of have to, right? Where's my election music? Why did I? Nope, that's not. Oh, here we go. Yep, I remember it.
You're running against Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. This former president, we're not going fast. This former president, we're not going fast. This former president, we're not going fast. So let's be clear about that. You're running against me.
Kamala Harris.
All right. election news. Try to get through some of this. You know how it is. Everybody is still happening, still dealing with it every day. Still news. All right. Oh man. Uh, let's start with my favorite, the most lighthearted, fun story of all these election stories. RFK Jr.
Damn, he's still.
Yeah, his cheating ass is still always some new news.
Apparently so. He's the man for real. Apparently,
the scuttlebutt is that his wife Cheryl Hines and him have barely spoken since the affair news broke.
Of course, last time you talked, she went up to the mountain somewhere and took her ring off. Child, yes.
A source told People magazine she's embarrassed because he got caught.
Embarrassed her friend circles, yes.
Hines, 59, is divorcing Kennedy, who's 70. With reports saying she is more angry at his endorsement of Trump for president than she is about his inappropriate relationship with Nuzzy, who's 31. Now that's funny because, ma'am, you was all up in the pictures, all up in the videos. This fool been running this campaign and buddy with Trump for years at this point. It's hard to believe that was the final straw and not the leak of this embarrassing slate of affairs. I feel like the affairs are the real reason, but she trying to get her principles back with Hollywood and be like, no. See, I was off for him already because he was messing with Trump. I don't get down with that. But
we don't believe you.
But also, I don't like the affairs either. I could have took a lead of affairs. You know how that is, men cheat. But you don't have to endorse Trump. That's too far.
That's why I personally draw my line.
They've been married for almost a decade. She's not made any comment about the situation. But she has been seen at Milan Fashion Week, where she was joined by her daughter, Catherine Young, as well as her husband's daughter, Kyra Kennedy.
It's bad when she done went off to the mountain somewhere and took the kids.
She went to Fashion Week without him. I mean, did she have a ring on is the real question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in other news, Chief Operating Officer of Trump Social. That's actually the real name, really. Anyway, True Social. That's the website that his fake Twitter or whatever.
Right.
The CEO, the Chief Operating Officer, I guess COO, resigned. Company must hand over 800,000 shares of it to one of its investors as part of a court ruling. Andrew Northwald, the COO, resigned from Trump Media and Technology Group Corp late last month, according to the Securities Exchange Commission filing. Adding that the company plans to transition his duties internally. No further details were provided about the resignation. He joined the company in December 2021.
Child, them folks don't get along unless you doing some bullshit.
What folks?
The Securities Exchange people. Why is they here? They here because something went wrong.
Oh, it's an SEC filing. Like you have to file, you have to disclose what you're doing. So it's not like the SEC is involved. It's just transparency. Company has to be like, yo, this is what we're doing. This is what happened.
Okay.
Trump. I keep saying Trump Media. That's why I'm Truth Social is the website.
Right.
Trump Media runs the website. Right. They run the social media platform. Anyway, Trump created this after he was banned from Twitter and Facebook, which Facebook and Twitter allowed him back on. So I guess no harm, no foul. Everything's water under the bridge while we bringing up old shit.
Right.
Oh man, that's so pathetic that we're still we're right back to where we started from with this guy.
And not trying funny, I think that and Elon Musk's ego has a lot to do with, particularly on Twitter. I don't know if they implemented it or not, but he was talking about being able to block people and they can't interact with you and you can't interact with them, but you can still see their posts. I was like, yeah, because you want people to see your bullshit, because I guarantee you he looked and seen a lot of people had just blocked him just to kind of keep them away. So now all of a sudden you want to change the features of it, which a lot of, like me, there's people that I have blocked and have blocked for a reason. And there's nothing, and some of it is personal and some of it is not. Some people, I was like, nigga, you just tweet too much, and then some of us is like, I don't want to see your post.
Yeah, I think all of the changes that Elon Musk makes to Twitter is because of him being a loser. So everyone has him blocked. So he's like, change it so you have to see people that get blocked. Like whatever, change it so people can't boo your jokes.
Right.
Change it so they can't. It was like everything is changing because I'm flopping. Elon Musk went to a Trump rally yesterday. He was there looking weird as hell. Like
He's a weird
he looked
person.
so weird. Honestly, people were sharing pictures on Twitter, and I had to be like, "Is this AI? Like, are y'all fucking with me?" And y'all like, because it's one of those things where it's like too good to be true. Like it's so awkward and bad looking. You're like, everyone knows that's a bad look. Why would he walk outside looking like that? Clearly, y'all are fucking with me, and they're like, "No, this really happened."
Do you have a pic?
Oh, I'm pulling it up.
Okay,
I'm pulling it up. I'm professional. They're like, nah, this shit really happened. This is Getty's images. So like this is a real official thing.
Oh no.
He's wearing a Make America Great Again black hat with dark lettering. So he called himself Dark MAGA. But this picture,
I think it says Make America Great Again.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying. He calls himself Dark MAGA. I guess he's like, I'm not just MAGA, I'm Dark MAGA, which I guess is like the extra level of MAGA. I don't
MAGA plus.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he on that MAGA plus. But this handshake, it looks like a face an actor would make when they're trying to be evil.
Yes, when they walk into a room and you're like, oh, that's the villain.
Yeah,
like you look evil, like, oh, y'all ain't got to tell me. I know in 15 to 30 minutes, this motherfucker gonna do something bad.
Yeah, this shit look like he about to zap a Jedi with some lightning fingers.
Yes, all he did is a hood and a cloak.
Like he about to Like he about to tell somebody to give in to the dark side.
Yes, give in
right.
to the dark side.
Feel your power. Oh. Let it flow through you. Let the hate use you.
Give in to the dark force. Yes, zapping them and shit, taking them out of here.
Like,
there can only be one until they get a new apprentice.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's corny to want to be this evil. I don't think anyone should just try to be evil. But if you're gonna be evil, just be evil.
Be evil.
This extra corny shit not helping, bro. Just be evil and do regular evil shit.
Right. Just be over the top like Lex Luthor. Just don't fuck around with it. Claim it.
Yeah. You're trying to fit you
ain't tricking nobody.
Yeah, I feel like he laid his outfit on top of his bed the night before the MAGA rally. It was like, I'm gonna kill him with this one. And they ain't gonna know what happened when Dark MAGA show up.
And hit that evil last. You were like, sir.
What a cornball. Former Mesa County clerk Tina Peters sentenced to 9 years. Tina Peters, it was sentenced to 9 years of incarceration, most of which will be served in the Colorado Department of Corrections. She was supposedly a county clerk that was overseeing like this election, and she just blatantly was on some like trying to steal the election stuff. She gave a very long statement at her sentencing that essentially showed she had no regret, no remorse, no contrition.
You get all 9 of these years. Yes, you do.
She said basically like, I'm a hero. I stood up and y'all did this to me. She was found guilty on 7 counts, including 4 felonies after she helped facilitate unauthorized access to county voting equipment that she was supposed to safeguard in search of voter fraud.
Damn.
Her supporters have never shown that the machines were involved in any sort of election manipulation. So this was when Trump was saying like the election was stolen. Mm-hmm. She let one of the dudes that works with the My Pillow guy have access to the machine.
What? Yes, be fired and go to the goddamn jail.
Right. So the prosecution said she should get the maximum penalty.
Right.
The judge actually gave a long speech too, where he said, "You're no hero. You're a charlatan who used and is still using your prior position in office to peddle a snake oil that has been proven to be junk time and time again." At the end, he even says something like, to the prosecutors, like, "Did I forget anything?" And they said, "You forgot to sentence her on count 6 or whatever." And he was like, "Oh yeah, 6 more months concurrently, not consecutively or whatever, like not concurrently, like we adding to your sentence." So that's how she got up to like basically 9 years.
Good. And not time is funny. Who you vote for matters. I don't know if they are appointed and or elected, but the person that you vote for that put this position in power matters. And if they run and they get voted, that bullshit matters, because if more people were in a position to uphold the law, you would have more motherfuckers going to jail and people being like, "You can't do this bullshit. You broke the fucking law." We have laws to say that this person should not have access to this.
She said she recognized the jury's decision to find her guilty on most of the counts, but that the jury wasn't allowed to hear other evidence she wanted to present.
Like what?
That evidence was largely tied to conspiracies about the county's Dominion voting machines. Oh, she's still fighting on that lie.
Bitch, girl, and they done settle that case, child. They done had to pay Dominion. Them people had to pay Dominion a lot of money.
Right. That's an old lie. Like, why would you fight on that lie? That's a bad lie, because like the news corporations with millions of dollars is like, let's just settle this shit because we finna lose. And you out here like, nah, I think I can make it work.
Well, then take these 9 years then.
Yeah, I believe in me. Okay, I'm the one.
And not just funny. You know it's bad when they don't go consecutive. Like, you know, because
when they do go consecutive, concurrent is when you do it together.
I mean, when they do go concurrent and not consecutively. Did I say that right?
You said it backwards, but everybody gets it.
Yeah.
When they keep adding.
Yeah, versus normally they be like, time spent, we ain't gonna count that against you. You know it's bad when they be like, you know what? Now, and another thing, get some extra time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when they was like, anything else, and they was like, "Yeah, Judge, you forgot this one." Oh, since I'm mad, you the time you spent, I'm gonna add that to this.
You never want your sentencing to turn into getting a whooping at a black person's house, because black parents will add stuff to your whooping on top of it. It'd be like, oh, so you think now you got another 2 days punishment. You know, like it's like what all I said was thank you. You know, oh, thank you. You want to be polite. Oh, okay.
You trying to be funny. You trying to be sassy.
Well, take your ass to another week of timeout. You won't be going outside.
You're like, well, damn, mama.
Right. Oh, damn, mama. Oh, okay. Well, damn, that TV coming out of your room.
Yes.
And you gonna be reading books now. Like,
yes, they be like, damn that Nintendo. Mama, we ain't had Nintendos. It's a PlayStation 5. Well, then guess what? Play your ass in this room, because what you ain't going is playing outside.
Right.
Y'all know how we do.
You gonna be playing your station. It was like, what? What does that mean?
Mama, none of this make no sense.
Well, PlayStation your ass some.
Right. You be like, Mama, it's a Switch. Well, then switch your ass on over there in there and get your shit together.
Well, honestly, I feel real bad for the kids when the Switch came out.
Yeah, that was confusing.
I'm just 100% sure a lot of them got hit with switches, like not the electronics, but like that one is too good for parents to pass up. Well, you know, so I would not want to deal with the switches. Like, I feel like that's a little too much to be like, yeah, okay, go get me a Switch. You know, who been playing this Nintendo Switch? Well, you gonna have to go get a Switch. Like,
Mama, no.
Come on, like, what they gonna come out with next? The PlayStation belt, the Xbox racetrack. All right, that's just abuse. That's just abuse, guys. Don't hit your kids that. Don't hit your kids with that plastic racetrack. I'm up on y'all.
PlayStation 3 drop cord. No.
Right. Yeah.
Things, no.
I've seen what y'all did. I've heard things. Okay. But yeah, she ended up getting sentenced. She wasn't repentant, and the judge was like, peace.
Yeah, and that's because she showed no remorse. They was like, oh, no remorse. Well, then remorse this.
Well, these are some of my favorite stories, so I'm gonna do a couple more.
Let's go.
I love these. Honestly, it's my shit. It's been a while since Bob's Burgers actor pleaded guilty to interfering with the police during a Capitol riot.
The Bob's Burger dude. All he had to do was stay his ass at the house.
How you gonna get fired on your day off?
And he literally could have played Bob. Bob's Burger gonna be on forever. He literally had a role to show up every few episodes and get paid.
He was Jimmy
forever. Yes, and it's been long enough to go on syndication and shit like this. So you literally are going.
I mean, he'll get that residual check, but it's just ridiculous. Like, you had an easy gig, and everyone liked you. Yes, no one needed to know what your politics were. This is why I go up for Chris Pratt. Because people say he's conservative. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But I'll never know because he ain't confirming nothing.
You're right.
He's never going to come out and say anything.
I wouldn't say shit either.
Y'all just going to have to speculate.
And be mad.
And be upset because I'm never confirming a damn thing. And when you look around this world and you see Kevin Sorbo, Gina Carano, this dude from Bob's Burgers, it's really like, you know what? Good on you, Chris Pratt. If you are a conservative, that's the way to do it. You ain't got to be at no rallies. What's the dude that plays Shazam? What are you doing at rallies? That's why I never watched Chuck. I could sense it in you, brother. You got it in your spirit. I could look at your face. You got a MAGA face. He said, I can't support this man.
And you know what? And it's one of those things where it was like, well, damn, if they want to continue to use Shazam, they literally, if they smart, they won't.
Yeah. But yeah, Jay Johnston is his name. He's 55. He faces a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to civil disorder.
Damn, that one day cost you 5 years.
He's scheduled to be sentenced tomorrow. We'll be doing an update to this.
Yep, update up.
The estimated sentencing guideline for his recommended prison term ranges from 8 to 14 months, but the judge isn't bound by the term of his plea agreement with prosecutors, meaning he could go higher or lower.
I hope he don't go in there like this lady and be like, fuck the court, fuck the system. The word.
His attorney, Stanley Woodward, told his client not to comment to reporters. So I'm guessing that he won't be saying anything like that.
I guess he was like,
he got a good attorney that's like, shut the fuck up.
Yes, you pay me a lot of money.
Right.
Don't go to jail, but goddamn, don't make it worse.
It hasn't worked out well for all the people that did give those like sovereign citizen, are we not a nation of laws ass speeches.
Yeah, sovereign citizen my ass.
Judges typically don't like all that monologuing and grandstanding during sentencing time. They pretty much, across the board are like, shut up and let me just say you sorry, and then I'm gonna sentence you.
Right.
Anything outside of that, you fucking with your freedom, player.
Yes, you're gonna add years like that lady. She'll add 6 months at least.
Man who injured police officer during Capitol riot is sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Yep. But you pro-cop though, right? You pro-cop until he against you and your causes.
John George Todd III, which is 3 first names.
Ain't it though?
Should have known. You never give your kid 3 first names. That's too many. He declined to address the court before U.S. District Judge Beryl Howard sentenced him. The judge said Todd, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, hasn't shown any remorse for his role in damaging the country's fragile democratic institutions. This is not a patriot. This is not conduct becoming a Marine, said the judge. The guy, George Todd, is 34. Prosecutors recommended a sentence of 12 years and 7 months, and the judge gave him 5 years. He repeatedly pushed against officers inside the rotunda, ignored commands to leave, and screamed entities at police. He was carrying a fiberglass pole attached to a flag. When a Metropolitan Police Department officer tried to grab it from him, Todd and the officer wrestled for control of the pole until it splintered and cut the officer's hand. The officer, Noah Rathbun, needed several stitches and missed 9 days of work. Todd argued that the officer's injuries were self-inflicted.
Bitch, self-inflicted? You coming in here with a fiberglass pole? My injuries is self-inflicted?
How does it feel? I'm just saying.
And even if it was self-inflicted, it don't matter.
How does it feel? Because I know a lot of times when it's us,
right?
If the police hurt themselves while they trying to hurt you, that's on you too.
And they will charge.
If a police officer twist their ankle chasing your ass,
that's an additional charge.
You getting charged with assault, brother.
Yes, you are.
Oh, you didn't know them rules? I know them rules.
They apply to y'all too.
Them rules ain't no. Maybe I guess you had the FAFO.
Yeah.
You had to. You're like, nah. If he wouldn't have grabbed the flag, he wouldn't have got his hand cut. Yeah, too bad.
Too Bad.
But yeah, they said a different rioter, retired New York Police Department officer Thomas Webster, a lot of police and military involved in this, was sentenced to 10 years for attacking Rathbun outside the Capitol earlier that day.
The same officer?
Yeah.
Damn.
He got a 2-for-1.
Yeah, he did.
Webster swung a flagpole and then tackled him and grabbed his gas mask. Todd has since been jailed since a jury in February convicted him of 6 counts, including obstruction on the January 6th joint session of Congress for certifying President Joe Biden's 2020 electoral victory. So, good luck. More than 100 police officers are injured during the riot, by the way. The riot that if you watch anything the Republicans have been doing the last few months, they keep saying no one was hurt.
And you know what? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just me. I would just consistently replay that shit. Be like, oh, word, this right here. People getting punched. This right here. Show them running up and down the street. Y'all like we ain't got tapes and videos and shit of the bullshit.
Yeah, y'all was on Truth Social Live or whatever it is that y'all got. Y'all was on there broadcasting it for everybody to see.
We playing videos.
There were cameras everywhere for the news. I mean, it's right there.
Right.
Last one. A New Jersey electrician who repeatedly attacked police officers during January 6, 2021 siege at the U.S. Capitol was sentenced to 12 years in prison by a judge who called him a menace to our society.
It's
straight up menace.
Right. It sounds like some of these judges was like, I am sick of y'all bullshit.
Christopher Joseph Quaglin argued with and insulted U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden before and after the judge handed him one of the longest prison sentences among hundreds of the Capitol riot cases.
He insulted them, and they was like, "Oh, I'm stupid." Okay. Mm-hmm. So we gonna see who's stupid.
The judge was nominated to the court by President Donald Trump in 2017, so he's a Trump-appointed judge. And so Quaglin told the judge, "You're Trump's worst mistake of 2016." Now, one, you're a year off. I was 2017. But two, I'm finna be your worst mistake. I know that much. Quaglin, 38, joined the mob of Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol. He injured an officer when he choked and tackled him to the ground. He assaulted other officers with stolen police shields, metal bike racks, and pepper spray. He clashed with police for roughly 3 hours while wearing an American flag-themed Make America Great Again shirt. What an outrage, what a disgrace, the judge said. Quaglin complained about his jail conditions and pushed conspiracy theories about the January 6th siege during his rambling remarks in the courtroom. He also took issue with labeling January 6th attack as an insurrection. If I wanted to bring an insurrection, I would have brought a long gun, he said.
You're not smart at all. All those statements was not.
The judge cut him off after several minutes and told Quaglin that his combative remarks were a really bad idea before sentencing. It's a kangaroo court, Quaglin responded. Prosecutors urged the judge to sentence him to 14 years in prison. They say he was one of the most violent rioters. The judge convicted him on 6 separate assaults of police. They say he struck or pushed another dozen officers. Damn.
Oh, they were wilding.
He must have been on what was he on? PEDs? How he get that many officers? He was definitely leading the league in officers tactics.
MVP.
Listen, Quaglin's advanced stats. I mean,
off the chain.
Far be it from me. I'm not condoning insurrection.
I'm not condoning, but 14 tackles, 3 assists.
Quaglin had a triple double. He is a dog. Okay.
Yes, in them 24 rebounds. He was giving them the business.
If you got him on your fantasy insurrection team,
you won this week.
That's your number 1 draft pick.
You better pick him.
Okay, that man. He was giving you a vintage 3%er. Okay?
Where is he from? What state did they say?
He is from the Ohio State University. No, I don't know where he's from.
I'm about to say.
It doesn't say. Where did it say? New Jersey. He's from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, Christopher Joseph Quaglin.
Christopher Joseph Quaglin coming in at a 6'6".
New Jersey State
from 250, 6'6", 250.
New Jersey State Patriots.
Yes, New Jersey State Patriots.
Middle linebacker. But yeah, he's going to jail. he's out of here, guys.
Yeah, and I'm glad that even
You're going to jail.
somebody that Trump put in there was like, yeah, but dog, like you can't insult me. You realize
Yeah.
I got the power to put you in jail?
Yep. So he traveled from his home in New Jersey to attend that Stop the Steal rally, which is such a funny thing to say because like people are like, Donald Trump didn't do anything. Why is he under? It's like the rally was called Stop the Steal.
Stop the steal.
What? Why are we still debating this? Oh my God! Oh, our country. Anyway, so yeah, he jail. So good for him. We listen. We stand going to jail. King. We stay in a franchise, go to jail player like him.
Yeah, we do it. They had stuff to come out and they was talking about how Trump was like told the people they was gonna meet. He was gonna meet them there, and he ended up he didn't. And I think they was saying that he was like driving, and they was like, "You can't take your ass out there." Like it took somebody else telling Trump, and I believe
it. Really?
They were saying it took somebody else telling Trump not to take your ass out there, and he was like fighting like this. The security people just trying to get there. They're like, "You can't go.
Keep him in jail."
Keep his ass in jail because he come back out here. This gonna be a horror movie nightmare for his ass. He don't want to come back around here playing with me.
All right, let's move into another segment. Let's play a game. Let's play some fucking with black people. All right, you know we love to hate to play that game.
Boo, 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 boo. Hey, we're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them black people. We're just fucking with them blacks. We're just fucking with black people. Hey, hey,
All right, fucking with black people is a game where we go all around the globe, find different articles that make us feel fucked with, and we assign point scores from 0 to 100 in intervals of 25 for how much we feel fucked with as black people. The first contestant, everybody. Sir Major Page trial. Ex-Black Lives Matter leader sentenced to federal prison. The former head of Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta has been sentenced to prison on charges of wire fraud and money laundering. WTVG reports that Tyree Connors Page, also known as Sir Major Page, was sentenced to serve 42 months in prison in Ohio on Thursday. Why is he getting tried in Ohio if he's Black Lives Matter Atlanta? See, that's already some hustler shit.
Right.
Like he don't even live. He like how Officer Mayor Eric Adams don't live in New York, but he like the mayor.
Right.
Prosecutor said that Page took money donated to his organization through Facebook and used it for travel and personal items and a home in Toledo, Ohio.
Damn.
Not balling off of the...
Yeah, I'm going to go out of state with this.
Balling off the black misery bread. I see you. In court, Page claimed that some of the money he spent on his own lifestyle was part of a reasonable salary for managing the organization, though he admitted to prosecutors he never consulted anyone with the organization about what his pay should have been. He's been found guilty of 1 count of wire fraud and 3 counts of money laundering in a 6-day trial. Allegations surfaced in April 2020 when the FBI's National Threat Operations Center received a complaint accusing Page of misrepresenting himself as a leader of Black Lives Matter movement and misusing the organization's funds. According to prosecutors, the investigation revealed that Page had established a social media page named Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta and registered as a nonprofit capable of receiving donations with a significant presence on the fundraising platform GoFundMe. According to an FBI news release, financial scrutiny revealed from the April 2018 to May 2020, the bank account solely managed by him showcased minor transactions never exceeding $5,000. However, in the wake of George Floyd's death, donations surged. June 2020, he got around $36,000. July 2020, $371,000.
People's giving.
In August, he got about $60,000. These funds were directly transferred to the account and operated by Black Lives Matter Greater Atlanta Inc. Despite assurances from Page that the funds were exclusively used for movement-related purposes, federal investigators say they found lavish expenditures on personal items, including food, entertainment, furniture, and luxury goods.
Oh, they can find that shit if they want to now.
A significant transaction involved a purchase of a residence and an adjacent lot in Toledo for approximately $112,000.
Yeah, you can't make no big purchases like that and don't think they can't follow the money.
Attempting to mask ownership through a non-disclosure agreement with High Frequency Ohio. Further inquiries allege
non-disclosure until they come knocking at the door.
Further inquiries allegedly highlighted the transfer of BLMGA funds to Page's personal account for purchasing firearms. Prosecutors also say the Page's social media activity, which showcased a flamboyant lifestyle, contradicted his public statements about the utilization of the donated funds. Oh, man. Yeah, like that's the other thing about a lot of these hustlers. I imagine how many just don't even get caught because like people like this get caught and it's like, well, you were on your page in a strip club saying I'm making it rain. Thank you to George Floyd. Yeah, and that right there was a dead giveaway in the caption.
Right. Like you can't be making big purchases and being very flamboyant because you're just going to draw people's attention.
Well, I mean, you're on Twitter with it.
Right. So
you know, like that's a weird thing to be on your Facebook and it's like, yeah, I got this new Hublot watch. You know, like, wait, what? I thought you was raising money for the community. I mean, yeah, I'm in the community. I'm giving money to black people.
I'm a part of the community. I'm a black.
Yeah, he has been the focus of Fox 5 I-Team investigation before for being charged numerous times with impersonating a law enforcement officer in Georgia.
Ah, damn. You know, when news on your side get to showing up, whatever that news on your side is, you in trouble.
Yeah, when they be knocking on your door with that camera, it's never gonna go good. We never seen that clip go well.
Right.
It's like, hey, I'm from I'm Larry Jones from the Fox News team. It's like, oh boy, we're investigating. In December 2014, Atlanta police charged him with impersonating a police officer when they found him at a Shell station on Joseph P. Lowry Boulevard wearing a replica of the Atlanta police officer uniform. He had a Glock 45 automatic pistol and other gear. He had a black female handcuffed in front of the gas station. He claimed he was working as security there.
What?
Yes. And then
you kidnapped that person?
In October 2015, he was again armed, wearing a bulletproof vest outside a MARTA station. He even demanded an ID from a man who turned out to be an APD sergeant. Atlanta police. Yeah.
You know, they was like, okay. And they was like, who is this person?
In January 2016, he blustered his way past security guards at the Sloppy Floyd building.
What a name.
What the fuck is the Sloppy Floyd building?
I don't know.
What's in the Sloppy Floyd building?
Is it a club? Or is it a blowjob club? The fuck is this?
No, it's just the name of a building.
Oh.
Twin Tower Sloppy Floyd building, plaza level. It's in Georgia.
We going to the Sloppy Floyd.
Is it? So I guess
it's serving food. That's confusing.
I'm guessing this guy's name was Sloppy Floyd. Okay. It's the James H. Sloppy Floyd building. Sloppy was his nickname.
Okay.
That's not a very flattering nickname.
No, it is not.
That just seems mean.
I
don't know why.
Or the name of somebody's food truck or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they got Atlanta Magazine has an article called "Who the Hell is Sloppy Floyd?"
Okay, but like this, at least they understand it. People are going to ask that question.
Yeah, here's the picture of the building, but I need a picture of the man. Why y'all call this man Sloppy? The fuck is the other options for the names? The Big Back Building,
just every insulting name you can think of.
The Sack of Potatoes Building. Why is
it called that?
Is every floor name something disrespectful? Yeah, I guess he's a World War II. He was a World War II veteran. He died at 54. They said he was on the wrong side of history. So what was he? Let's see. Floyd was first elected in Georgia State House, and this is such a tangent, 1952, eventually becoming chair of a powerful appropriations committee. When the civil rights leader Julian Bond was first elected to the State House in 1965, one of 11 black candidates to win House seats after the Federal Voting Rights Act forced redistricting, Floyd moved to block Bond from taking office. Bond was part of the SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which had issued a previous statement denouncing American involvement in Vietnam. Let's see. Floyd, a World War II veteran, was incensed. He argued that Bond's opposition to the war meant he couldn't uphold the Constitution. So then he had a House vote to keep Bond from taking his seat. It won 184-12. The Bond was appealed in federal court. It went all the way to the Supreme Court. Bond was reelected. The Bond was reelected next fall. Again, the State House refused to see him, to swear him in, until the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. So I guess that's why he was on the wrong side of history. He tried to block Julian Bond from his rightful seat that he was voted into. Okay, well, I don't see any pictures of him, just pictures of the building. But I have feelings. Oh damn! I just seen a picture. He looks exactly like I thought he looked. Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! Wait till you get a load of this. Yeah. It's not a flattering nickname, and he's not a flattering looking man. That's James Sloppy Floyd, and he looks exactly like the kind of person that would block a rightfully duly elected black person from their seat.
Oh no!
Yeah,
he looked like you come in. He's the manager that come in that boy.
Yeah,
you better go on and get now. Did my wait just tell you she wasn't gonna serve no Negroes? ain't that what Sally said? Did you see the sign up front, boy? You paying attention? Y'all better get on around for this Woodworth counter.
He looked like his slogan from on his car is on his bumper stickers. You not from around here, are you?
Mm-mm.
You ain't from around these parts.
Yeah, they walk in, boy. You know what time it is? Something went down. What you doing out here?
Right.
You know you're supposed to be in the house by 6.
Yeah, this looks pretty bad. Another champion of trying tradition. Sloppy never lost an election. That's I guess a campaign thing for him or something. Yeah, he looked like he took off that veteran hat and put on the hood every night. You know, like you weren't surprised when the Klan took off the hood at the cross burning and Sloppy was under there. You like, yeah, okay.
I
makes sense.
Yeah, I can see why Sloppy here.
Well, what irony that the dude from the Black Lives Matter hustling ended up being, convicted at the Sloppy Floyd.
At the Sloppy Floyd.
He would. I know he was in. Sloppy was in hell smiling. Sloppy was like, got another one, even posthumously.
I see today.
So, okay, so he I'm sorry, he didn't get convicted there, but he was, one of the crimes happened there. He went past guards in the Sloppy Floyd building claiming he was an FBI agent. The court record stated he was carrying a gun. A witness told police he had more weapons than I ever seen an officer wear. He ultimately was allowed to clear all 3 counts by pleading guilty to lesser charges of obstruction and carrying a weapon in an unauthorized location. Page and Black Lives Matter Atlanta movement parted ways shortly after the arrest. Who else is in the movement? I feel like this was a bank account run by him.
Yes.
I feel like this whole
no one
movement
else
is him. And then it's just him being like, yeah, we parted ways with him, and all he did to send that email was change his account. Like he logged in a different account and was like, yeah, we have parted ways with him, so please keep sending the money. It's not gonna go to him anymore. Let's see. In November 2016, he made an unsuccessful bid for Atlanta City Council.
What?
He's a former actor who has appeared in small roles on TV shows such as American Horror Story and Constantine. He dubbed himself the world's sexiest albino model and actor in his Vimeo account, a video sharing platform. Oh,
what?
Victor Varnado might disagree, but okay. All right, Karen. 0 to 100 for this hustler.
I give 0. Go to the jail. Whatever they said you did, go to the jail.
I gotta say, man, like this is some pretty bold. This is some bold chicanery that my man was doing. Like between him and Sean King, it feel like it's a certain type of a brother that's willing to do this in the names of Black Lives Matter. But man, what a terrible thing. I actually give it 50 because it's what he did is so offensive to me. Like
I can see that. Yeah,
George Floyd died, and you just saw a windfall,
right? And you taking advantage of it.
No one's talked about being helped by him. Like I haven't heard anybody that was sad. Like damn, not my man's. And according to people on Twitter, I didn't research this. This is what I heard. He was one of these FBA dudes, one of these like ADOS, like for us, by us, only Black Americans born of slavery should have rights and reparations.
Oh, that's stupid shit.
Yeah, and so I wonder if their movement is mourning the loss of a powerful king.
It might be
today. You know, they might be feeling like, damn, we lost one of our biggest advocates in the game right now. He was putting on for blackness. But yeah, he can go to jail. He kind of reminds me of the bad guy from Black Lightning.
Tobias. He do look like Tobias, don't he?
He do. He kind of got a little Tobias in him. I'm just saying. You know,
you really do hate Black people. No, I love Black people. I hate incompetent, sick lip, crutch word, don't itch Negroes like yeah. Y'all keep us acting like newly freed slaves.
Maybe that's what he was saying. Maybe that's what he was saying. That's how he got caught. All right, let's do some guess the race, and then we're gonna wrap this burrito up.
Okay.
Where's my guess the race music? Here we go.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
All right, you know what it is. We go around the globe, find different articles, guess the race of the people involved. Karen plays, the chat plays, they're all races, and we're going to see who's going to win. A Flagler County man was arrested after attacking deputies who had contacted him to pick up his child who was trespassing at the local Walmart.
Oh.
On Saturday, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office responded to multiple reports of a group of juveniles causing disturbances inside of a Walmart. The juveniles, all under 16, were seen riding bikes throughout the store, yelling and cursing at customers and setting off car alarms. Oh, that's some old school mayhem.
They was outside.
They said through the store.
Oh, because you said through the store and then you said through the parking lot too. But okay, I'm with you.
I didn't say through the parking lot, but I assumed they were on bikes doing a lot of shit, Karen. I don't think it was all relegated to one location. It sounds like they rode bikes through the store, they yelled at cursing customers, and they set off car alarms, which must have happened in the parking lot.
Okay, I'm with you now. Well, they were just going through, knocking over coat racks and shit.
Yeah, this is some warriors come out and play.
Throwing the Subway subs on the ground. Just connected to the Walmart.
This is just the kind of like mayhem that like a movie does.
Yeah, this is the bullshit kids do because you know.
No, not kids do. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like something out of a movie.
Yeah, like this over the top. Yes, over the top kids.
Sense. I was a kid. I know kids. I've been around kids.
I didn't do this.
This is some like Karate Kid villain bullshit.
Yes, those type of kids. That's what I meant.
Why the fuck are you in a store just doing like
scaring the people, harassing them?
What happened to a good old fashioned shoplifting? Pick a lane. Go get a spray can and vandalize the back of the Walmart like a normal American. Like no one does this shit.
Putting out switchblades and shit. Y'all got them black leather vest.
This is the plot that Gremlins 3. Like, what are y'all doing? Just causing mayhem. What?
Just mayhem for no reason.
I know your parents don't care.
You know what? You don't want mayhem like this.
Right.
Wear condoms so you won't have mayhems like this.
So they called the cop. The cops called the parent one of the parents, Jonah Harrington, showed up. He's 34 with a 16-year-old kid. All right. Or under 16. Okay. All right. Anyway, so he showed up. He ran up to the deputy and shoved him. Two other deputies tried to detain him. He struck one officer on the hand and resisted the efforts of the third deputy to secure his handcuffs. Ignoring commands to cooperate, he attempted to flee, but was quickly apprehended after a brief struggle. Now, I will say, the acorn don't fall far from the tree.
I'm about to say, that's why your baby creating mayhem. He got it from you.
The sheriff commented on the incident saying the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, goddamn.
Y'all on the same page.
Me, you, and that fake Black Lives Matter person, we all could be cops today.
Right.
We asked parents to pick up their children because they were causing trouble, but this parent chose to attack our deputies instead. Harrington was arrested and charged with 3 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer and aggravated assault for resisting arrest with violence. He was taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility and later released on bond. All right, guess the race, Karen.
Oh, white.
Karen's going white for Jonah Harrington. Let's check the chat room, see what they believe about Jonah Harrington race. That is super wild. It sounded like he didn't even like get a chance to talk. Like, it didn't sound like it escalated. It sounded like he got out of his car and just started pushing officers like, leave my son alone. If he want to ride through here and beat up people and make car alarms go off and drive his bike throughout the store, that's his American right. It's his freedom of speech, God damn it.
Yes, let my baby roam free.
Pushing the police. Oh, Walmart white. An enemy deserves no mercy white. No one was shot white. Man, they didn't shoot anybody. They didn't even say they deployed the taser, which is, that's bananas. Let's go to the answer. Future January 6th are white. The correct answer is white. And that's his picture there.
Did that shit for the fact that the parent got arrested for attacking the officer and the parent didn't get arrested for attacking the child. I was like, white.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know, some of us show up there, you be like, you done bought me up in front of here for this bullshit.
Right. That's a good point. That's good. You make a great point. Let's go to the next one. Investigators raid the office of Atlanta's top veneer specialist accused of being a fake dentist.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He calls himself Atlanta's top veneer specialist, but the Fulton County District Attorney says Brandon Dillard has been practicing dentistry and medicine for years without a license.
For years? So he doing cavities and root canals and is he calling around the assistants no more than he do? They be like, no, sir, I think that's the wrong utensil.
Yeah, that I don't know.
How can you do that? You ain't been to nobody. You don't know how, you probably don't know how many teeth in the mouth. What is we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Me either.
That you can just do that. You know, shout out to Dr. Malachi Love Robinson. Though.
Come on, you just print a degree and put it up on the wall.
He walked so y'all could so
y'all could fly.
So y'all could crawl. Now let me know if y'all hear this audio in the chat. I'm gonna try to play the audio from the article real quick. So did y'all hear that at all? If you could hear that, let me know.
Let
if
us
y'all
know,
didn't hear
chat.
anything, I'm gonna try something different to see if y'all can listen.
We want to be sure that y'all can hear. No, they didn't hear it.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try playing it from a different window and see if we can get it going this way. But yeah, man, like that's a lot of nerve to just not have the license. Like people have a lot more confidence in themselves than I ever have had. Like I've been licensed to do stuff. I've made the achievements. I've qualified the test, and I've been like, oh, can I really do this? These motherfuckers is like, yeah, I got it. I'm pretty sure I know how teeth work.
They was like, you ain't been in nobody's school. Can you tell the difference between a mole and a normal tooth?
Can y'all hear this?
And went viral on TikTok for veneer transformations is now in the Fulton County Jail. Good evening. I'm George Estevez in for Justin Farmer.
Good evening.
All right, I'm gonna pause it there. Let me know if y'all can hear.
Did y'all hear that one?
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Everyone, I'm Linda Stouffer. Authorities say the man is not a dentist and never has been, and they say he's been putting patients at risk. In a Channel 2 Action News exclusive, consumer investigator Justin Gray is live in Northeast.
This is some Little Shop of Horror shit.
Not only that, we actually have rules and regulations now. When you have people fucking deregulating shit, motherfuckers like this gonna come and they be like, well, I can do it. Ain't no rules. That's not how this shit works.
Yeah, people don't respect institutions, but I don't know, man. Your mouth is your mouth. You only get one. You don't believe.
And veneers too, so it's not like you doing like your regular dentistry. You're like, no. Not only that, you are specializing in some shit.
Maybe that's why people be walking around with them chiclet teeth. Maybe that's we think it's because the dentists don't know what they're doing. It's like no, that dude's not even a dentist. He just took out two chiclets and pushed them together on somebody.
Right,
Atlanta. After going along with investigators who raided the business, Justin.
Yeah, these are the 8 felony criminal warrants. Investigators still there at this hour. They called this Operation Toothache, and a deputy district attorney figured out what was going on here.
I know that deputy. I know whoever came up with that one. He bought all the donut. They bought him a donut that day.
Because they sat around and brainstormed. It was like, no, we don't like that. Billy,
Operation Veneer. Nah, that's too on the nose. That's too on the nose.
We got to be more creative. We got to give him a good name.
What do we call it?
With corny names.
Incisor. No. Okay, braces for impact. Right, because it's like braces, but then they got a brace for okay.
Operation Molar.
That's not gonna get. Okay, how about this? Operation Floss Pick. Because we're gonna get off of them teeth. No. Okay. Yeah.
Here by seeing a viral TikTok. Investigators raided what looks like a high-end dental practice in Northeast Atlanta. Check out social media. You see the specialty of A-List Smiles Atlanta. Veneers.
It does look reputable. It does look professional, and that's part of the scam.
To his 157,000 Instagram followers, Brandon Dillard promoted himself as Atlanta's top veneer specialist and trainer. But he's not showing off that expensive smile in this booking photo on 8 felony charges.
He also, on his Instagram, was only following 3 people. Like, he had 157,000 followers and only followed 3 people. I don't trust that. Because I feel like a person that do veneers will be following all the people he did the work on.
And while looking at them smiles, yes, sir.
Including practicing dentistry and medicine without a license and theft by deception. Is Brandon Dillard a dentist?
Brandon Dillard is not a dentist. He's never been a dentist. And as much as he may want to play one on Instagram, he is not one.
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis tells me only licensed dentists can do this kind of work in Georgia. But Dillard has been operating here for years in plain sight.
If you went to this and you thought it was a dental office and you looked at the equipment, it appears to be legitimate. But that's what the best fraudsters do, is they do everything they can to make themselves look legitimate. And in this case, this is an illegitimate operation. The problem is the consequences are to one's health.
Brandon Dillard also...
Fannie Willis' range is what like YSL, Trump, and the veneer guy.
She like, the fuck you do? I represent the people. And also it's one of those things where you have to think about it. Anybody that has ever got work done, now you're going to have to deal with a bunch of fucking lawsuits that are going to come out going, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing.
Atlanta's a wild place.
No.
But also, like,
a lot of scammers.
It does make you wonder how he got caught, because I assume he got caught because somebody's work wasn't done well.
Right.
But who knows?
Showed off his veneer training course on social media, where for $6,000, he taught people from around the country to be a veneer specialist.
Yes. So it's a pyramid scheme. I don't think that's how dentistry works.
No, last time I checked, ain't you too booked and busy trying to put on veneers to be hosting classes?
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean at all. I mean, you go to school, right? You go to school for this. Like, it's not like,
oh, I see what you're saying. If you're teaching anybody, you're teaching other dentists.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. You know, I'm not maybe there's people in this field that can tell us that actually we go to other dentists all the time and they have like a dentist seminar and they teach you their personal technique. But I did not know it worked like that. Like, that feels like a red flag to me, and I'm not even in this industry.
Is this open to the public or other dentists?
I'm assuming it should go to other dentists, but just who does Dr. Miami do this? Does he do this with BBLs? Like, how does
I doubt that. You're like, you teach maybe your specialty. You like, hey, if you want to learn more techniques.
Yeah.
But I don't see them doing this for the public. No.
Dentistry was like a each one teach one thing. I thought you would like go to some reputable institute and maybe be like, I teach classes at such and such.
Right.
Not like, come on in, I'm gonna show y'all the ropes. You know, that seems weird.
There is no such thing legally as a veneer specialist or tech in Georgia.
They were enticing people to come in to take these classes so that you could get rich too, but you were getting rich doing something that's completely illegal.
Patients showing up here expecting to have dental work instead found police. They say that people don't have a license and they're just arresting them all.
You a blood clot lie. Where my money at? What you talking about?
DA Willis says patients are.
I think that might have been a Jamaican lady. I couldn't tell from the accent, but who throws blood clot out like that? You a blood clot lie.
Not only the victims.
Oh, so pause it. So people were showing up that. Right.
Yeah,
so he was doing this to the general public. Like I could see you being, like I said, being a veneer person and like doing classes like through somebody else go, hey. And
well, that was only part of his money. He also did the work. Like he did stuff in people's mouth.
Right.
When the news showed up and the cops showed up, he obviously had customers scheduled that day. So some customers showed up and found out he actually is not licensed.
Oh,
and so that woman was like, he a blood clot lie. I better get my money back, you know?
Yes. I show up and I found out you ain't licensed. Yes, we're going to have problems.
Right. She.
You a blood clot lie. Where my money at? What you talking about?
DA Willis says patients are not only the victims of monetary fraud, but their health is at risk here too.
We have had dentists not just locally, but from outside of the state also come and report that they were concerned about their patients who had received services at this location and the long-term effects of damages.
Damn.
Yeah, because when another dentist looks at your work and realizes, like, wait, is this super glue? Who put silly putty on this tooth, you know?
And the district attorney's office wants to hear from both patients and students of Brandon Dillard. DA Willis tells me right now they don't consider those people who were given their technician or specialist certificates as criminals. They consider them victims. But if they keep practicing, then they could be charged criminally as well.
Right.
The DA says they want to hear from anybody. They've set up an email address for those folks. We put a link to that on our website at WSBTV.com. We're live in Northeast Atlanta. Justin.
All right, Karen. Guess the race of this. I was going to say dentist. Atlanta's top veneer specialist, Brandon Dillard.
Brandon is black.
Karen's going to go with black. All right, let's check the chat room. Let's see. Smiles is spelled with a Z, black.
Oh no!
Smiles with a Z.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't need white man's paperwork. Black. That makes sense. Y'all not gonna do that, okay? Try to tell me how to run my shit, okay?
Why do you need white man paperwork?
Black entrepreneur held down by the man, says Cypher. Brandon is a lying ass. Parodontal Ponzi scheme, Don Black. The correct answer. Everybody said the same thing, black. I was trying to pull up his picture because I had a picture of him. But maybe I'll show y'all from the news article the picture.
Justin Farmer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Stowe for Authority.
Yeah, could you imagine?
That's his picture.
Oh man, could you imagine? Yeah, like you say, you go or you go like go back home or something like that. Like you say, probably some, because where Atlanta is, probably surrounding areas, and the dentists are like, "Who did this? What's their name?" They started researching. They was like, "Hey, they got probably them boards where they can go in and see and shit, particularly if they're in the state of Atlanta." And it was like, this new name, just they're nowhere on the list. Are they on like the dentistry board, the veneer board, or whatever them boards is? Where I could find you? No, well then you don't belong here.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, how do you get away with this long? Like, it's just no safety net. There's no checks. There's just no, like, you do this shit for years and years, and before somebody's like, all right, come on, buddy, I looked you up. There's no license.
And you're right. And like I said, it took something terribly happening to one of these patients before.
I wonder.
It was like,
I don't know that because the article doesn't say what happened to start the investigation. It could have been a money thing. Someone just looked on Instagram. They said they had other dentists from outside the state or whatever being like, my patient went to him and they teeth fucked up. Yeah, but whatever, they got his ass. So good luck.
Good that they got him. I'm sorry to these patients, and I feel that they was like, hey, it's out here now. Now, if you keep practicing on this fucked up ass license, you going to jail too now.
Right. Exactly. All right, let's get into
guess what? They should have known. They should have known they couldn't get no license to be a full-fledged dentistry person for $6,000. It's just like years of school and hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. But you're gonna do it for $6,000? Get out of here.
Right. Sounds real shady.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess he has some moral decay as well as tooth decay. Gonna have to watch out for a different cavity. And yeah. All right. That was beneath me. All right, let's go to the bonus round.
Why? Are you racist? How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to get ready.
Gold chain, fried chicken, biscuit, eat monkey, big baboon, big diamond, fast love, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
Hurricane looters hit Trump merch store. As Hurricane Helene battered Florida, and a state of emergency was declared. 2 men allegedly burglarized a Trump store stocked with merchandise promoting the ex-president. One of the alleged looters was actually wearing a Trump cowboy hat when they busted him. On Friday evening, investigators patrolling a closed-off section of Madeira Beach, a city in the Tampa Bay area, discovered 2 men loitering outside a closed business plaza whose tenants included a realtor, a gift shop selling crystals, and shark teeth, and the Trump store. The Trump outlet stocks a variety of Trump 24 banners and stickers, fight, fight, fight t-shirts, and classic, of course, Let's Go Brandon and Fuck Your Feelings products. When police approached the pair, they were in possession of merchandise that matched items sold in the Trump store, which was unsecured due to damages from the storm. One of the suspects, Lance Petrusevac, 57, was wearing a Trump cowboy hat, and he claimed that it ended up in his possession after it washed up from the hurricane. Petrusevac was accompanied by John Peters, 61, both same race, who cops say was in possession of a Trump hat, 2 Trump-style shirts, and a coffee mug.
Did he have a pen too?
They didn't say, Karen. Petrusevac and Peters were arrested for burglarizing an unoccupied structure, a felony, and loitering and prowling, a misdemeanor. They are each locked up in the county jail in lieu of $2,500 bond, and they've been ordered by a judge to stay away from the Trump store. Petrusevac told cops he works as a local fisherman in the area but does not live there. Peters, who appeared heavily intoxicated, did not make any statements to the police. Both defendants are transients with lengthy arrest records for crimes like trespass, disorderly intoxication, theft, drug possession, and possession of open alcohol. Karen, guess the race of these MAGA thieves.
White. And you know you got to be white when you eyeballing the Trump store. When you be like, you know what? You know what looks sweet, dog? That Trump Make America Great Again hat. Yeah, I've been looking for that Let's Go Brandon, but you know, I'm kind of broke. You know, my check didn't come through, so you know, I can't afford it. Fuck the government. You know, fuck Joe Biden, but yeah, I can't wait. And so you get on your kayak and you float up there and you steal it.
It is interesting that they walk past gift shops and other places to be like, let's get to the MAGA store.
Right.
Let's see what the chat room thinks. They're convinced Trump is their long lost brother, White. They looted the Trump store instead of burning it down, White. Typical white MAGA, cousin fucker, White. The correct answer is White. Yeah, that's a pretty white crime. To even see the value in going after some Trump stuff.
Right.
You can see if they were like, listen, man, we just needed some dry clothes, but they didn't even really say that, you know?
They sound like they was loitering around like that. Like they literally, for however long that Trump store been there, they've been riding around that bitch and was like, one day we gonna go up there and get some shit.
Good old fashioned hurricane heist. All right, sword ratchet this time. One arrested after a suspected sword attack in Clarksburg, West Virginia. One has been arrested in Clarksburg after an argument and stabbing involving a sword. Saturday, the Clarksburg Police Department were dispatched to Clay Street on the stabbing and located video surveillance. The video evidence showed Ryan Davison, 50, in a verbal argument with a group of subjects in the street. The video shows Davison walking down the street when he turned to the victim after an exchange of words and stabbed with the sword he was carrying. The victim is shown on the video leaving the area holding his stomach. Davison fled the scene with the sword in hand and was taken into custody after being identified by a witness. Davison has been charged with malicious wounding and is being held in North Central Regional Jail on $50,000 bond. Didn't really seem like he planned to get away with it. Just it was stabbing a person was as far as he thought that went through, and was like a getaway plan. What? I'll see y'all in jail. All right, y'all. That's it. We'll be back possibly throughout the week. Thank you for listening. As a favor to us, if you're listening, and there's like a specific moment of the show that you think is really funny or think should be viral or whatever, we're working with some people now where we might be able to make those moments into social media moments.
Yes, think that clip.
So if you do see something that you think like, man, this moment of this show was so good, let us know, and we'll maybe you'll see it on Instagram, maybe you'll see it on YouTube or whatever. We're working on some stuff. So until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody.